Church of the What's Happening Now, pastored by Reverend Leroy. Leroy wasn't the type of guy who'd tell you what happened a long time ago or what's going to happen in the future. When you go to Leroy's place, he'll tell you what's happening now.
This video is for the bond with our African brother / we're the lost children of Israel / yes, 3 slashes. We're the lost tribe of Shabazz. Okay, check this out, black people, and everybody else that's seen this video. When the slaves were taken from Africa, what was their original religion? Yeah, I didn't think y'all knew because nobody's brought that up yet. But all these people talking all this stuff about Africa and okay, fine. So seeing as that is so, what leads you to believe that you are a lost child of some Israeli tribe or the tribe of Shabazz? Who told you that? Where did you discover that at? Really? Okay, now another aspect of it all. You got a lot of these black people in America that are doing all this. You got to go back to your roots and all of that. Alright, that's a beautiful thing. But for the majority of us, to include myself, there is a fork in the road. Meaning, your bloodline starts at when you had a European slave master that raped, had sex, however the shit went, with an African slave, and your original forefather was produced. That is where your bloodline starts. So for those of you that are out here that are trying to trace your way back to Africa, and you go so far, then you want to deny your European heritage, you got the thing all fucked up. You are split into 2 hairs. Now, I know it may be hard for some of you all to take because you don't want to accept anything white. You don't want to accept any of that into your lineage. You just don't want to accept it. But you have no choice but to accept it. Then all of this bond with my African brother. Okay, let me tell you what your African brothers are doing. Your African brothers are doing everything that they can to get to the United States of America to take advantage of educational opportunities that you, as an American citizen, are entitled to just because you were born here, but a lot of you all are not taking advantage. And that is the truth. That's the absolute truth. You can't cut it no type of way. Okay? Only if you knew what a lot of Africans had to go through to get to the United States to attend a university, you might change your tune on stuff. You might stop trying to go backwards and go forward. Because see, that's what the problem is that I see in black America. A lot of black Americans are so busy trying to look back that they're not going forward. And that is a major reason why we as a people are in the situation we're in today. Because y'all too busy trying to go back instead of move forward. Alright? There's this thing in the government, right? It's called Congress. Okay. And you got progress, right? Now, if to progress is to move forward, then what is Congress? Ain't that kind of moving back? Y'all feeling me yet? Can you get with me? I hope I don't go over too many people's head. But, I mean, just keep it for real. You got all these religious black wingnuts that are adhering to all of these things out of the Bible when it has nothing to do with you. It is a lie. A total book of contradictions. And I mean, if you don't believe me, just read it yourself. Because, let me see. Now, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it say thou shalt not kill? Okay. Well, what happened to the city of Gomorrah? Right? Wasn't that city and everybody in it destroyed? Wasn't it destroyed by God? Thou shalt not kill? Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let's move up a little bit in history. Let's move up to Noah's Ark. Was the world flooded and everybody killed, but that was it? And only the people on the ark were spared? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. No, but let's go up a little bit further. The Moses era. You know, after it was promised by God in the Bible that I would not destroy any lands and whatever the fuck they wrote in that book. Anyway, Moses goes up on Mount Sinai. I think Sinai is the right way to pronounce it. But anyway, he's up there, right? And he gets the 10 Commandments. And he comes down. These are the laws of God that you must follow. Thou shalt not kill was one of them. But them who did not want to follow those laws, boom, God kills them all. And only X amount of people were saved to continue to the land of milk and honey. Now come on. How many times do you got to hear, I will not kill, but then I kill anyway, and you still keep believing it? Really? Come on. Now, then you go into the time dating of it. This way it gets really good. Hope you're hanging in here with me. If you're not, I understand. You one of those, oh, that's blasphemy, and you turn the video off. But for those of you all that haven't, it gets even better. Now, you've got the time dating on the Bible, right? Right. Okay, we know this. Then you've also got archaeological proof of things that were in existence in North America that predates the Bible. That's just North America. That's not all over the planet. Let's not talk about the dinosaur bones that were dug up that really millions and billions of years predate humans writing. Let's not go into that. So the Bible says, yeah, God created heaven and earth and everything on the planet, right? But for some funny reason, somebody hit Control Alt Delete when it came to dinosaurs. And I just can't figure that part out. You know, that part just leaves me dumbfounded. That's about as dumbfounded as the original religion that was being done or whatever by the African prior to slavery that got removed from their existence once they were exported out of Africa. It's the same thing. So, I mean, it's just completely insane. Y'all people need to dig yourself and get to looking at what is real and what is not. Because a lot of y'all, you know, y'all got issues, problems, but I'm going to pray on it. Okay, you praying on a problem that you got, but Reverend Bling Bling is driving off in a real nice luxury vehicle to his house, ain't he? While you put your money in the collection plate and you praying on something, he living and driving good. Can't you see you being hoodwinked? Can you not understand that part? I spent over 2 years in Iraq. Okay? There's a biblical story that talks about this land called Mesopotamia. Yeah, there's also a record that the B-52s made. That was a house track back in the day and an old favorite. Now let me tell you something about Mesopotamia. Alright? Now, Iraq is not that big technological country that moved forward from the dark ages to the technological age like countries like Korea and China and so forth. All they have to go on is stories that are passed down. So, while I was in Mesopotamia, I talked with the locals, and I walked the land that Jesus so-called walked. And you know what? None of the people over there honor that story. Now note, they didn't have the technology like we do in other modern countries. All they had was word of mouth to pass stories down. So if they're not passing that story down historically, and that's where it's supposed to all happen, you believe that it actually happened? And the majority, the mass majority of you black Americans have never been to Baghdad or Mosul or the lands where the two rivers meet that cross in that Mesopotamia. The mass majority of you black Americans, you all have never ever been there. But you're going to take the word of Reverend Bling Bling, or you're going to take the word of Angry Black Man Reverend on the Back to Africa campaign and all these other people you're going to listen to instead of being smart and doing the research yourself or looking at what's real. See, I look at what's real. Now, I do videos like this, my wife being the Christian woman that she is and all that, you know. She don't appreciate it, but she don't say nothing because she know I don't give a fuck. I'm going to give you the truth. I get 2 dams. 2 of them. This shirt is blue. That wall is white. This hat is black. That's 101st Airborne. This is a cigar. All that's real. That's a CD right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Works. Leonard Roy. Yeah, this is The Works. See? And that's what I'm giving you right now. The Works. I'm giving you the truth. So all of you doggone religious wingnuts out there that be talking all crazy, and I'm quite sure you all heard thunder in the background because I'm in the man cave. It's raining outside. And I guess you're like, oh, it's thundering. God's going to strike them dead. Okay, I tell you what. If I'm alive to comment on this video after it's uploaded on YouTube, maybe y'all want to rethink what you're thinking. You might just want to do that. So all of y'all talking about all this, yeah, you're full of the Spirit. Yeah, you're full of the Spirit, all right. Just like if I get drunk off this Budweiser and I'm full of the spirits that's in this can, that's the spirit you're full of. You're full of an illusion. Because I tell you, and it's a bunch of people that seen me say it before and they know ain't no shame in my game. The only difference between Jesus and Santa Claus is the fact that adults eventually told children that Santa Claus was not a real person. But they just keep passing on the Jesus story for years and years and years and years. It's bullshit. All of it's bullshit. And if it's not, somebody better present some proof. Somebody better present, okay, dinosaurs aren't mentioned in the Bible. Somebody better present some truth. You know, present some truth. Why, when all of this speak of this stuff is spoke as of homosexuals in the Bible, they get beat up. They get beat up so bad in the Bible. But then it flips and it says, I'm going to pour my spirit on all flesh. All flesh? Now, seeing as homosexuals and lesbians are of the flesh, don't that mean that it's going to get poured on them too? Their flesh. Feel me? But you're going to go all the way back to the original story, Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, the homosexuality and this and that. I'm going to tear the city up. But then what does Lot daughters do? Have incestuous relationships with their father producing children. Really? But, oh, that was fine. That was, hey, we can do that, yeah. Have sex with our daughters and reproduce. But don't do nothing homosexual. It's all twisted and backwards and all of this, but you all that are not like me are really too stupid see it. You're just too stupid to see it. But you sit here and you live in fear over some words that are not true. There is nothing to fear. I think John F. Kennedy said it. It's nothing to fear but fear itself. And the only fear I fear is me. I'm scared of my damn self. That's the only motherfucker I'm scared of. Me. Why? Because I run this. I control this. What I do is what I do. I make it happen. So, for you all that are on something else, hey, do what you do, be what you be. Alright? It won't be me, baby. It won't be me. Alright? I'm not one of those stupid black Americans that is following in the sheepish mental state as the rest of these black Americans. Especially the ones that want to trace their ancestry back to Africa, and as soon as it's determined, oh, a slave master or someone white that was working on the boat had sex with a woman and produced a child, and be it male or female, that's where it all started. Then the males and female children of slaves that were produced by European slave sexual relationship, be it rape or whatever, and that's what built the American black family. That's where it all started at. But all deny, and I'm denied, man, I am the white side, you know, no, I'm going straight back to Africa. You silly motherfucker, you can't go straight back to Africa. Barack Obama, he's African American. He's not 100% African. And neither are none of you silly asses that are watching this video. So I hope I piss a lot of people off. Get mad. See me in Chicago. See me in Atlanta. See me in Florida. Whenever. Raise a question. You get that mad. You get that pissed off. Fine. You get hot. Fine. You're hot and pissed. What I do is, I piss on you and cool you off. Because you know I'm a crazy motherfucker. I'm liable to do anything. Motherfuckers don't know what the fuck I'm going to do next. They just be looking at me. My best friends don't be like, man, what the fuck Remix going to do now? You know that motherfucker crazy, right? He ain't no telling with him. Shit. Let's just watch and see. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Love, peace, and hair grease. Matter of fact, shit, I need a haircut. My shit is looking real raggedy right now. But anyway, Bond with your African brother and the tribe of Shabazz and Louis Farrakhan, old slick head ass. Oh, speaking of that, I can't leave without that one. Oh, I almost forgot. Had anybody noticed in the Nation of Islam that all of the leaders of the Nation of Islam are my complexion or lighter? But we got to bring the black man on. But all of them, whoo, see that one there got me started. All of them are my complexion, if not lighter, with good hair. Really? Really? Made me wonder if Louis Farrakhan and Jerry Lewis go to the same hair person. Because the both of them are like 80 years old and their hair still jet black and slick. Outside, man, let me stop this. I can go all day. Me on video is like Viagra with an old person. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Church of the What's Happening Now, pastored by Reverend Leroy.